Here, on the ancient plains of Africa, our story begins. This is the world of 4.7 million years ago, a world defined by survival. For our earliest ancestors, Australopithecus, every day was a test. Life was fragile, and vigilance was their only shield. But they were not alone. This land was home to formidable predators. The African rock python, a silent titan, moves with lethal purpose. It hunts not only to live, but to protect the next generation. This clutch of eggs is the promise of its lineage. For Australopithecus, opportunity was always laced with risk. The search for food was a constant imperative. With a developing brain, he recognizes a source of precious protein. Curiosity and intelligence drive him to investigate, a trait that will define the future of his kind. Loss turns the protector into a vengeful hunter. Hunger and instinct now drive its search for prey. On these plains, life and death are locked in a perpetual dance. The python's raw power is a brutal reminder of one's place in the food chain. The egg thief now becomes the prey. In a moment of vulnerability, the fight for survival becomes deeply personal. Alone, he stands no chance. But sound has power. His cry of agony is not just a scream of fear, it is a call, a signal to his tribe. This is a defining moment. Not with claws or fangs, but with unity, they fight back. The use of tools, branches and stones, is a testament to their budding intellect. Together, they are stronger. They have saved one of their own, but the battle is not yet won. In the aftermath of chaos, compassion emerges, a simple yet profound act, using a leaf to carry water, to bring life. This is not mere instinct, this is care, the foundation of society. And from tragedy, a new discovery is made. The river offers not just water, but a new source of sustenance. The ability to learn and adapt is their key to survival. Every day brought new battles and new lessons. They learned that their strength was not in the individual, but in the group. They learned to use their minds to overcome the challenges of their world. Forged in hardship, these resilient ancestors walked on, taking the first steps on the long journey that would lead to humanity. The battle is over. The mighty predator now bears the scars of the encounter. In the brutal struggle for survival on the African savanna, even the strongest can be vanquished by intelligence and unity. But victory did not come without a cost. For Australopithecus, the life of each individual is an asset to the entire tribe. They carry their wounded friend to safety, a testament to deep social bonds. This is not just a group of individuals. This is a family, bound by an unspoken pact of mutual care and protection. In this arid land, water is life, and intelligence is the tool to obtain it. The use of a leaf as a vessel is a spark of nascent ingenuity. It is a cognitive leap, the ability to see an object not just for what it is, but for what it can become, a solution to a problem. Altruism drives their actions. The water is brought not just for the injured, but for the expectant mother, the carrier of the tribe's future. As their companion revives, it is a victory for the entire community. And it is here, at the edge of life-giving water, that a new discovery awaits. Survival requires adaptation. A threat on land has led them to an opportunity in the water. For the first time, perhaps, they realize the river is not just for drinking, but a source of abundant, relatively safe food. The shared joy strengthens their bonds, turning a lesson in survival into a moment of communal connection. Knowledge is shared, lessons are learned. With a new food source identified and a member saved, the tribe is now stronger. They are no longer wandering aimlessly. There is now a plan, a destination on the horizon. This ability to plan for the future, even just hours or days ahead, is the sign of a more complex mind at work. Forged in the crucible of evolution, these resilient ancestors survived. They faced death and emerged victorious through unity. They turned tragedy into opportunity. They were not merely existing, they were learning, adapting, and together, they were taking the first steps on the long path to becoming human.